This is tutorial 11-3. In this one we're going to make a kernel density map. The first thing we're going to be doing is opening up tutorial 11-3 mix file. And they want us to go up to geoprocessing once it's done loading and click on environment. And just like we did in the previous tutorial, we're going to go to roster analyst and we're going to choose the bottom one, change it to 50, and our mask is going to be once again Pittsburgh. This means we're going to be working in the roster image will be working in this area, so it'll clip it small so it's not more than we need. Okay, now with that done, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to selection and we're going to do a select by location, and we're going to click on all co-blocks, and in here we're going to choose Pittsburgh. Once again, this map has to do with heart attacks and incidents, and the density map we're going to do is basically a density map for heart attack occurrence incidences. So we'll see what that looks like at the end of this tutorial. So we're going to click OK, and this is what you should get. There's a lot of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up the attribute table for this now. We're going to go to NINC, which is incidence. And this was calculated out ahead of time. This is the probability of heart attacks in an area, or like the expected incident number. So that's why it's a decimal and not an actual number. And we're going to do statistics. And the sum is, they're basically saying in Pittsburgh, for the period that this is done in, there should be 684 heart attacks. Now we can close that and clear our selection. Now we're going to create our kernel density. So you're going to type that in and hit search. We just get the one result, so we're going to click on that. In here we're going to choose the all co-blocks as our input. INC is going to be our population field. We're going to once again be saving things into our chapter 11 geodatabase. And we're going to call this kernel 1500. We're going to change the output cell size to 150 and the search radius 1500. Then we're going to click OK. Now with this done, what we're going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to go into properties for this, and we're going to be working in the symbology field. The first thing we're going to do is they want us to change the classify. Right now it's at equal intervals. They want us to use standard deviation, and rather than one standard deviation they want a 1/3 standard deviation, so it's putting a place marker at every third of a standard deviation. So we're going to click OK. And then we're going to change the color ramp to something that shows severity. So we're going to go from green, yellow to red. And with that done, they want us to turn off everything except for, let's see, they want us to turn that off, keep that on, keep that on, and make sure the streets and zoning are off. Now you can see the the red areas are where heart attack incidences are supposed to be high. And in the most part, it's true. But then you get areas like this right here where we have a big cluster in a green area, and then we have a really red area surrounded by just a little dot. So it's not perfect, but overall it works pretty well. They want us to do another kernel density test, but with a larger search radius. So we're just going to do that real quick and just show the difference. We're going to do everything like we did before. All co-blocks. INC as our population. We're just going to change this one to say kernel 3000. Change the output size to 150 and change the search radius to 3000. And it's doing it by square map units, so it's doing it by 3000 square feet. And now right now they're not equal, so we're not going to be able to compare them, so we're just going to have to change it like we did with the previous one. Okay. Okay, now this is the 1500. This is the 3000. As you can see, it just spreads it out, smooths it a little bit more. Over here, it kind of fixed the problem we were having over here. If we turn it off, that dot is in a red zone, but if we turn the 3000 on, it's in a yellow to orange, which is about right. This area is still not showing what we would expect. Here we have heart attack incidences in a green zone where we would expect small numbers. But that's shown on both. And that's it for tutorial 11-3.